First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Yahweh is this route ignorantly calls God. Yahushai is this route ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashem means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Kodash means holy. And that's all in the Paleo Hebrew. Also, to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth.
Reason to be enraged, and every issue they see, they look up, they get angry, and they see someone doing better than them, and then every day it is speedballed in their face that they are failing, that they are not doing as well as everyone around them. For the first time in our nation's history, a 30-year-old man or woman isn't doing as well as his or her parents were at 30. That is the social compact breaking down. People aged 30 to 34, 60% of them in 1990 had one child. Now it's 27%. People are opting out of America. They're not optimistic about it. They're not having kids. They look up, they see wealth, exceptional wealth across my generation and people in certain industries, and they are really struggling. Their purchasing power is going down, and the incumbents create artificial scarcity on campus. The incumbents who already have a degree see the degree go up in value. We get very concerned with housing and traffic once we own a housing. Housing permits are sequestered from young people. Housing prices have gone from $290 to $420 in the last 4 years. So a young person, a house, stocks that I don't own, skyrocket in value. Let's have COVID relief and flush the markets and take assets way up, because if 1 million people dying would be bad, would be tragic if I got less wealthy. And we're doing it on their credit card. We have lost the script. Our kids are more anxious, and more depressed, and more obese, and more addicted, and we have made a purposeful decision to let this happen by ensuring the people around this table stay wealthy at the cost of young people.
Right, and you heard it right there. Right, going into this brother posted a video going into Esau. No, it's over for Babylon, and the glory days are far gone. And that's the truth, is that America is never gonna go back to being pretty much the image, right, of prosperity. America is never gonna go back to what it was in the '60s. Okay, now everybody was just thriving. It's never gonna go back to that. Okay, the first reason, because the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has other plans, and the second, because this is a wicked empire. Okay, so slowly but surely, wickedness is gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse.
People
And
age
you
30
see
to
this
34.
guy, he was talking about how all these young people, right, they're feeling the crunch, right? People nowadays are feeling the crunch, and just wait, hey, a year later, 2 years, 3 years, okay, and things are not gonna bounce back. But ultimately, all this is prophecy. Okay, and you have these Edomites, right? You have these Edomites that they're actually so delusional that they believe that this place is gonna be here forever. And that's actually scripture. Um, Psalms chapter 49 and verse. This is talking about when you go into the pretty much the Edomites and or the wicked. It says their inward thoughts. So what they have inside their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Okay, and that's just the truth, is that this is what they believe. They think America is gonna be here forever and forever and forever. And quick side note, that's what every single empire thought. Every single empire never thought that it would go down, right? That they always thought they were the best of the best, but every single one went down. Okay, and what we're seeing right now is the collapse of the American empire. Okay, the greatest, most wicked, the greatest empire to live on Earth. We're living in it right now. Okay, and we're about to see the greatest collapse that mankind has ever seen. Okay, because this is pretty much the last time the devil, right, Satan, is able to do what he does, right, on a mass scale, right. So Satan, okay, the spiritual demon Satan and the physical, pretty much Satanists on this earth, the wicked elite, hey, they're gonna try to hold on to their crown, to their dominion, as hard as they can, right? Because once Yahushua comes back, it's gonna be peace forever, right? So let's get some scriptures now going into what I was talking about, how things ain't gonna be nice, right? This is Isaiah chapter 19, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt," and this Egypt here is talking about America, right? Scripture to back this up is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8, where it talks about that great city, Babylon, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, right? And that great city, Babylon the Great, is ultimately talking about America, which America spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. So this is talking about America. It says, "The burden of Egypt will hold Yahweh, rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I'll set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? And this is going into civil war. Okay, sedition, uproars of the people. Right? Which ultimately, what we're seeing right here as society keeps on collapsing, it's only gonna breed more tension, right? More animosity. Okay. There's another scripture came to mind. Goes into how the love of many, right? Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12 says, and because iniquity, and iniquity goes into sin upon sin, right? That's iniquity. It says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, right? So going into how, hey, people are going to be more wicked and wicked and wicked. Times are going to be harder. You're not going to be able to be out here living vicariously. The love of many is going to wax cold. And you're already starting to see that. Right? You're starting to see every single day more and more news clips going into how some black woman put her child in the oven. Right? How some black woman fed her child to an alligator. Right? And all types of bugged out shit. Okay? And it's not just a black woman. It is the average American citizen. Okay? Completely bugged out. Because everybody, majority of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Okay? And what's ultimately happening is that this is all by design. Okay? The elites. When this guy was talking about how, oh, I don't know why these people came in with the COVID relief, right? And they flushed the markets and everything went up. And all of this is by design, right? The elites, they are coming in with the order, right? They bring the chaos, okay? Chaos out of order. That's what it's called. They bring in the chaos, okay? So then they can push forth the solution, right? Because in order to get people to comply, right, to their dystopian laws and what they want to push, they need to have the people in a mentality that they are going to accept it, right? And if you completely just get the people into a mindset of fear, right, into a mindset of no other solution, right, chaos, okay, if you were to put the average American citizen, all the Americans, right, under famine, okay, under no water, and you tell them the only way you're gonna be able to get food is if you get the chip, hey, these niggas are gonna fold, right? And that's that chaos that they're ultimately gonna go for, right? So what I was saying is that ultimately all of this is by design, right? Things are gonna get tighter and tighter, and the crunch is gonna keep on crunching, okay? Till something snaps, society collapses, and then they come in with that new digital system. So that's why this place is never gonna make a comeback, right? Because ever since the beginning, ever since the dollar was taken off the gold standard, it's been a ticking time bomb. Right, and it's been a ticking time bomb for the new system to come. Right, this is all by design to bring in a digital system. But verse 3 was the point. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Right, and that's what's happening right now is that the spirit of the Egyptians, the spirit of the Americans, it's failing. Right, they're realizing that everything that America, right, the American dream, hey, you gotta be asleep to believe that shit. Okay, the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards, right? Going into how they're going to be looking for answers. Right? When shit collapses, these niggas are going to be looking to this numerology niggas, going into astrology and trying to find answers. Okay? Anything but Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? But it's all going to fail you. Okay? And this scripture hits even harder in the New Living Translation, NLT. It says, the Egyptians will lose heart and I will confuse their plans. They will plead with their idols for wisdom and call on spirits, mediums, and those who consult the spirits of the dead. Okay, that's exactly what's happening is a lot of Americans are losing heart, right? They're realizing that, hey, that living in America is pretty much slavery, right? Here it is, there's people, right, that work 2-3 jobs and are barely making it out alive, okay? The Egyptians are losing it. So, let's get one more scripture. Here's Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right, and this is going into the end of the end, right? When society it pretty much starts collapsing. Okay, when it's talking about the grinders cease because they are few, going into how there's not going to be a lot of work out here. Okay, people are not going to be going to 9 to 5s. It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right? When it's going into looking out of the window, when you're looking out of the window, ultimately, this is going into like your stock market niggas, right? Niggas that are looking at the future of America, right? Those that look out the window, everything is gonna be dark because they're gonna realize that damn, there ain't no future, right? They're not gonna see anything positive. It's all gonna be darkened. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, right? Going into how there's not gonna be any work, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, right? No alarms because you ain't got work. You wake up whenever you wake up. It says, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's what we're starting to see right now is all the daughters of music. Every single type of music, right? Variation is being brought low. Okay, music is not the same thing that it was 100 years ago, 50 years ago. Okay, in the 60s when they were actually, they had some sob, man. They had some pop. America was thriving. The music ain't the same. Right? All you hear nowadays is Sexy Red, right? Throw that ass, all that bullshit. Right? That ain't music. That's just complete degeneracy. Okay, and that's that low vibrational shit. Okay, and that's the point, right? Everything was gonna be brought low, even the music. So if it goes to the extent of music being brought low, just think about how much more the mentality of people, right? How much more the living situation. Okay, it's not gonna get any better. So I just wanted to make a quick video on that. Spirit was on me, so hopefully this is edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the outer bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to you, like Shalom.